we'll just see though. I got to go back and talk with the team and see what makes the most sense. That's really all it boils down to. I'm very disciplined in the sport of boxing, in life in general. It's getting to that point, but it makes sense. It makes sense. The numbers, I know when the numbers come out, the numbers did very well. Gate did very well. I proved that I'm a draw in the sport of boxing. I proved that the people want to see me. They come out, they support.
The same thing that we talked about we were going to do in the DM before you picked Jermaine.
2026, you
Promise?
Remember, you promised. You're the promoter.
Well, I got you. Listen, in the DMs, I got your word on it. All right, just stand on it. So look, handle that business, okay?
No, you know what I mean? You know, Devin's season. I just seen something the other day. Keshawn was saying it like, you know what I mean? He was calling Devin out when he knew he wasn't even ready. You know what I mean? Calling Devin out when he was 5-0, knowing he wasn't ready. So that's.
Devin Haney calls out Keshawn Davis and urges him to sign the contract while warning that he will completely dominate and break him down in the fight.
Come out swinging, come out wild like he does, but you know, I'm gonna break him down. I'm gonna crush him. I'm gonna step on him. You know?
Keshawn Davis and Devin Haney have carried an intense feud for many years, driven by ego competition.
Around Shakur as an amateur and shit. So Shakur introduced me to Floyd, Devin Haney, all that type of shit. So there's a hell of times around Devin Haney and we 24 fitness playing basketball regularly before niggas became celebrities type shit. Or just who we are today. And it just never showed. You can never even look me in my eyes. You can never show me respect. Like you can never. Shakur always like, yo, this nigga Keshawn, this, that, third. He be like, for real, that nigga's still a kid. Like he just never gave me my respect.
He sent you.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, big nigga, you know goddamn well. Now I'm here, nigga. And everything Shakur been saying, nigga, I lived up to it and then some. Fuck you talking about? And he still like, his father used to. It's crazy because my beginning of my professional career, his father used to be like, oh shit, the businessman. What's up with you? Like that.
Keshawn Davis claimed battling a drug user shifted his career view and revealed Devin Haney as weak.
I was steroids and it changed his whole career. It changed how he talked. It changed everything. So us seeing Devin Haney doing all of this with a person that had 0.1 estrogen, and we all seen that Ryan Garcia was still in there getting tired. It's like, bro, I'm sorry, there's no other word to put this. You're a bitch. Excuse my language. That's how I feel. You're soft. You don't know how to take your L's. You a person that been given everything all your life, a daddy's boy, making sure you've been straight all your life, and now you took your first loss. I feel like you don't even know how to take it. Granted, I wasn't in there fighting Ryan Garcia. But you ask me how I feel, you just took it always to suing and all that extra shit. I feel like, bro.
Keshawn Davis has been taking control, proven by his win against Jermaine Ortiz, and now he says he is fully prepared to face Devin Haney.
Davis goes out and dominates Ortiz, beats him pillar to post, and knocks him out in the 12th round. 11th round body shot put him down, 12th round body shot took him out. I was really impressed with Keshawn that night. How about you?
Yeah, no, I was impressed because Ortiz was a handful, and I think that's the best I've seen Ortiz fight. We know that he's a championship spoiler, right? If you're not careful with guys like Ortiz, they can win quiet rounds, and next thing you know, you're in trouble in the later part of the rounds. This fight could have turned out that way, but Keshawn never allowed Ortiz to play the spoiler, and he closed the show. If Keshawn wouldn't have got that knockout in the end, then I probably would have picked apart that performance a little bit and been like, you know what, man, Keshawn wasn't at his absolute best. He could have done this. He put it in another gear. It was a big moment, a big stage, but he closed the show, and he never let the spoiler play.
Shakur Stevenson gave respect to Keshawn Davis by saying he has trained his own brother and many other fighters, but still believes no one matches the elite level that Keshawn has reached.
This, right? It's kind of, I'm not going to say it's kind of unfair.
What you mean?
It's unfair for these fighters to the point where that's really my brother, and we could really help each other and prepare for these fights. So when he going out there.
Tomir Small shared his view on the growing tension between Devin Haney and Keshawn Davis and explained that timing and being ready matter a lot in boxing. He remembered how Keshawn was calling out Devin very early in his career when his record was still 5-0, and felt that Keshawn may not have been fully ready at that time. Small said that moment showed why experience is important, because fighters need the right level before taking on certain tests. He also noted that Devin and Keshawn have been around boxing for a similar amount of time, which makes their future fight even more interesting. Smalls believes it would be a strong fight that fans would enjoy watching. He also questioned if weight could play a role in how the fight turns out and mentioned that he once thought Devin would face Shakur Stevenson first. No matter what Smalls feels, this matchup will happen and it will be exciting.
So it is what it is. You know what I mean? I gotta see everybody above me. You know what I mean? If you're not above me, I ain't worrying about you. If you got one of them belts, I'm on that ass. You know what I mean?
Do you like to hear that? Like hearing more guys at 140 or the big name dudes jump into your division?
Yeah, big name. I thought you were about to say just, I don't want just anybody just moving up to 87. Ain't gonna do nothing to get crowded, but the bigger names ain't doing nothing but making more opportunity. You know, they gonna be, everybody scanning each other. And them coming up, they gonna have to be looking for somebody that's above them. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I'm ready to get it on.
In your opinion, who wins that fight if it were to occur?
Out of who?
Devin and Keshawn.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Keshawn was saying it like, you know what I mean? He was calling Devin out when he knew he wasn't even ready. You know what I mean? He was calling Devin out when he was 5-0, knowing he wasn't ready. So that season just, it play a part. You know what I mean? But they both been in the game about the same time, man. It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight for sure.
Do you think the weight is gonna play a role?
I honestly thought Devin and Shakur would end up fighting first. You know what I mean?
Me too.
I thought they would end up fighting first, but
Davis controlled the fight from the opening bell to the final moment, setting the speed and slowly breaking Ortiz down with clean, accurate shots. He switched his attacks smoothly, using body jabs, strong hooks, sharp uppercuts, and smart combinations while applying non-stop pressure that gave Ortiz no chance to find comfort or rhythm. The match ended in dramatic fashion when Davis scored a knockout in the 12th round after landing heavy body punches. It was a powerful win on a big stage that showed his skill and also proved he can finish strong when it matters most. This win confirmed Davis as a rising force in boxing and made it clear that he is ready for even bigger tests ahead.
Jermaine Ortiz, and he's just not that guy. He's come up short now 3 times on the biggest stage possible. No shame losing to Loma, Lopez, and Keshawn, but when you're getting knocked out in the last round, that's when you start questioning your stance in the top of the game. But that's credit Keshawn, man. He closed the show and he looked incredible.
I thought Keshawn was really good. He obviously filled out the weight really well. He is a strong 140-pounder. Body work has become his MO. You go back to the Dennis Baranchik fight, knocked down Baranchik, kind of went the same way. Knocked down Baranchik in the 3rd round with a body shot, knocked him out in the 4th round. This time was the 11th and the 12th round for Jermaine Ortiz. I would disagree with you that I didn't like Ortiz's game plan. I thought he should have.
Many experts feel that by 2026 the biggest and most exciting fight in boxing could be Keshawn Davis against Devin the Dream Haney. Over the years, tension has continued to grow between Davis, his brothers, and Haney, with constant words exchanged that have built strong hype. Even though Haney has been connected to fighters like Gervonta Tank Davis and Mario Barrios, many believe a fight with Keshawn would be more exciting and make more money. Davis, who is already a champion at 135 pounds, has proven himself with performances that fans found more thrilling than Shakur Stevenson, and his fast rise has pushed the conversation toward much bigger fights.
Keshawn Davis brothers and Devin the Dream Haney. I believe in the 147-pound division, yes. A Keshawn Davis versus Devin Haney will be just as interesting, just as lucrative than any of those fights that we mentioned. A potential fight with Rolly Romero, potential fight with Devin Haney and Crocker. I think Keshawn Davis and Devin Haney would be a way better fight than that. Mario Barrios, I think that Keshawn Davis and Devin Haney promo will be way better than the Mario Barrios and Devin Haney. And of course, those are unification bouts, but we also in the landscape of boxing in which belts don't matter as much. It don't matter as much. It matters, but it don't matter as much. Keshawn Davis was already a champion in the 135-pound division.
At 147 pounds, the pressure becomes even bigger. Experts say titles matter less in modern boxing. What truly matters now is star appeal, fighting style, and fan interest. Davis brings Olympic background, sharp ability, and constant pressure, while Haney brings clean technique and real championship experience. Together they form a style clash that promises an explosive fight. Some even describe it as Davis chasing Haney and never stepping away from the test. With Bill Haney directing Devin's path and Keshawn hungry to prove himself, the build-up alone could match any major title fight. By the summer of 2026, this bout is expected to stand as one of the defining moments in the sport.
Keshawn Davis has is really more entertaining than the performance that Shakur Stevenson had. We're talking about Shakur Stevenson and tanking 135-pound division, but as Keshawn kept emerging, he was already a conversation of Shakur, Keshawn, Davis, Keshawn. Of course, we got Andy Cruz. They're going to be facing Muradaya on the 24th, but look like that fight is not gonna happen. The primary fight for Keshawn Davis now, in my opinion, is Devin the Dream Haney at 147 because that's his plan. The primary fight for a Devin Haney, in all actuality, should be now a Keshawn Davis. If Keshawn Davis is willing to fight you and they call in and Devin Haney and Bill Haney, shout out to Bill Haney, he's done a wonderful job as a manager, is saying that they depot, well, Keshawn Davis is Craig, and Keshawn Davis is running toward...
Bernie Thawboxer shared his honest thoughts after Keshawn Davis called out Devin Haney, and his reaction showed respect for Haney and strong praise for Davis. Bernie said he has watched Haney spar and understands how polished and composed he is in the ring, calling him a true professional. Even so, when choosing a favorite, Bernie leaned toward Davis. He explained that Davis' style, his toughness, and his killer mindset separate him from others. With quick hands, smart shot choice, and a readiness to engage, Davis brings a level of intensity that Bernie feels could give him the advantage.
Pro in there, so, it's a great fight. I want to see the fight. But I would favor Keshawn just on the strength that I love how Keshawn fights. I love his meanness. I love, like I say, his kill mentality. He has great hand speed, like I say, great punch selection, and he's willing to mix it up in there. So I would favor Keshawn, but it's just a fight that I would love to see.
I mean, knowing that Devin Haney fight could be such a big fight down the line, do you would rather see Keshawn in a fight at 147 first before tackling Devin Haney? What do you think?
No, just give him what he wants.
Give him what he wants.
All the talking, just give him what he wants. If that's what he said, then just do that. Sometimes we just gotta...
Bernie also rejected the idea that Davis needs to wait until he fights at 147 before facing Haney. He said if Davis wants the fight, then it should happen now. Bernie stressed that Davis is already a star, an Olympic silver medalist, and a world champion, so there is no reason to slow him down. He described Davis as someone ready to be unleashed and given the chances he is asking for. He also mentioned the moment after the fight involving Conor Benn and Shakur Stevenson, pointing out the tension but making it clear that Davis' direction is obvious. He is going after the biggest names in boxing, and Devin Haney sits at the top of that list.
I say he's a silver medalist. He's a world champion already, been a world champion already. There's no more holding back for him now. Just let him go, let him off the leash,
After the fight, Conor Benn comes into the ring. They talk, have some words, but Shakur Stevenson said, I want to put that same rehydration clause you put on Chris Eubank. Tell me, what did you get out of that moment in the ring?
Well, I heard on the press conference where I think it was his manager said that, that was a clown move, but I think Shakur invited that, I don't even know if I would have said all that about Conor being right then, but I think he really wants that fight. He really wants the money for the fight. He's been saying that, but now he can't.
Experts view a possible fight between Devin Haney and Keshawn Davis as one of the most interesting matchups in boxing today. Haney recently answered back on social media and showed he is open to fighting Davis, which has raised excitement among fans. Davis is unbeaten with 14 wins and 10 knockouts, while Haney holds 34 wins with 15 knockouts. These records show Haney has more experience in rounds, but many feel Davis' power could change everything. In terms of size, Haney has a small advantage as he stands 5 feet 9 inches tall with a 72-inch reach, while Davis is 5 feet 8 inches with a 70-inch reach. Analysts believe Davis carries the heavier punches, while Haney relies on defense, a sharp jab, and strong distance control. After Davis' recent win over Jermaine Ortiz, some feel Haney's skill set could slow down Davis' pressure, setting up a smart and tactical battle that could go either way.
Comedian responded and he said, Keshawn, as you can see here, let's do it. Let's make it happen. Right? Now, Keshawn is now 14 wins, no losses, no draws, 10 wins by way of knockout. Devin is 34 wins, no loss, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. So Devin got more knockouts than Keshawn actually has fights. Devin is about 5'9", with about 72-inch arm reach. Keshawn is about 5'8", with a 70-inch arm reach. Keshawn has more power. Devin Haney is showing that he's a better pure boxer. I think Devin Haney's defense is better than Keshawn's. Devin Haney's going to control him with his jab, his distance, his range, and his counterpunch ability. I think this is going to be the most skilled, talented fighter that Devin Haney has fought outside of Lomachenko. Right? Lomachenko is so accomplished, so skilled, so talented. But I just think that Keshawn is bigger, has more power than Lomachenko, and just as talented and skilled as Lomachenko. I think Keshawn is more skilled and talented than Regis Prograis and Brian Norman Jr., but they got more power than Keshawn.
Greg Hackett shared a detailed view of Keshawn Davis' performance against Jermaine Ortiz and pointed out the smart plan and control that shaped the fight. He said that during training, Khan and Keshawn knew Ortiz is strongest when he finds his rhythm and controls the pace. By keeping non-stop pressure, Keshawn made sure Ortiz never got comfortable and never had the chance to settle into his timing.
Keshawn kept the pressure. Him keeping that pressure wasn't allowing Jermaine to get set and set up whatever he needs. He did a great job pressing him. The jab to the body, the right hand to the body, the hooks, uppercut, everything. Everything he did was good. It was with pressure, and I think that was the main factor. He kept the pressure on him. The 1-2 now.
Keshawn's timing is fucking incredible. Like, coming off the layoff, right? Coming up to another division. In my mind, I'm thinking that was going to be the first thing to suffer. But he had his timing from round 1.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't nothing for him really to pick up on because Jermaine Ortiz is a rhythm fighter. He got to feel good to get his shit off. I mean, he gotta know that you slowed down for him to get his shit off.
Hackett also highlighted Keshawn Davis' timing, which he found impressive considering the break and the jump to a higher weight class. Many thought timing would be the first thing to slip, but from the very first round Keshawn showed sharp accuracy. Ortiz, as a rhythm fighter, needed his opponent to slow down so he could find openings, but Khan and Keshawn never allowed that. Hackett pointed out how Keshawn pushed for a stoppage in the later rounds even while clearly ahead, showing his drive and focus. The constant pressure, precise timing, and refusal to back off eventually wore Ortiz down. Hackett explained that this is why Keshawn really stood out in that fight.